Hi. Hi. I think it's loud enough. Hi, if you're joining my life, you're welcome. You say, okay, someone is commenting. Someone is commenting. Happy Sunday. You look beautiful. Thank you so much. This thing even on. Happy Sunday. Thank you. If you're joining my life, do wait to hit the notification bell and subscribe. So, what are we going to talk about today in our lives? Thanks for joining my life. Happy Sunday from this area. Oh, I don't know which part of the world you are streaming from, but here is Nigeria. Now is 1 4 minutes after one. So just came back from church. Coming live. Ice K. What does 99999? What does it mean? What does that mean? Is that a code number? If you are joining my life, you're welcome. You can drop any question in the comments. Donated 101,200. Really? So where? Can someone actually donate? Like, can you give someone online? Unlike other platform like TikTok. Do they gift anybody online here on YouTube? I've not seen that before. I don't know if it works like that in this platform. Like donating, like someone can donate or gift you. I don't think so. Donated, is it 5,000 or? Yeah, you can ask me a question. Any question you want to ask me. That's why I'm here. This is my free time, so I just want to connect with my audience. For today, ask me any question you want to ask me. Whether health related question. Are you a les? Jesus. Ah, why? Why do you ask me such question? Okay, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And straight. You know when something is very parallel, is it parallel or vertical? Yes, I'm very very straight. There's no bending. Yes, I'm not. There's nothing like bending. I'm very very straight. That's how it is. So I'm not a lesbian. Okay. So it is. But why do you ask me? Can I know the reason why you ask me if I'm that? No, no discrimination at all. But just I just want to know why. Do I look in a certain way? Let me just know. So if you're joining my life, you're welcome. So today's topic we are going to talk about tubal ligation. For those of you that doesn't know what tubal ligation means, um, why are you sending such kind of message here? Tubal ligation is a form of permanent birth control for female, just like vasectomy. If you normally come to my life, I made a live video on vasectomy. You understand? So tubal ligation is like an opposite form of vasectomy. Vasectomy is for men, while tubal ligation is for female. That's tying of fallopian tube. Another way they call it is tying of fallopian tube. Like if you have ever heard of someone that says I don't want to have kid, I'm going to tie my tubes. uh some of you might have come across such kind of statement maybe on the internet. So what they call that procedure, or what they call it, is tubal ligation. That's Ligation. Tubal ligation, that's fallopian tube ligation. So what it means is that it's a procedure where the fallopian tube is either cut, block, or some part is removed. You understand? So that the egg cannot meet the sperm, because we all know that the fallopian tube is where the pathway where the egg travels to meet the sperm, and it's the fallopian tube where fertilization occur before it travels back to the uterus and gets implants. Gay. What are you dropping in my life? Don't you know that such kind of words is not permitted here? Please. I'm straight. I'm not bent. Okay, I've answered your question. I'm very, very strict. So in tubal ligation, they cut this tube so that the egg cannot meet the sperm. So in such kind of case, there's no way pregnancy can occur. So for those of you that may ask, is it a permanent procedure? Actually, it's a form of permanent birth control, but just that it can be reversed in as much as it is reversible, but the survival rate is very 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 slim. That is why it's considered as one of the permanent form of birth control. That's tubal ligation. That means if you must undergo this kind of procedure as a lady, it's something that you don't take in a haste. Like you don't make such kind of decision in a haste. You sit down, you think through if it's something you really want to do, if if it's a procedure you really want to do. So yeah, you're dropping a gay comment here. I want to ask, are you gay? This one you're asking me such kind of question. So it's something you think through, you understand, because it's an opposite let's say an opposite form of vasectomy, because in vasectomy the vast difference is that tubes that helps to transport the sperm from the testes is either block or cut, while in tubal ligation the fallopian tube is the one that is either cut, block, or tied. You understand? So you might be wondering, if maybe the two fallopian tubes are removed, can can a human still ovulate? Like, can you still ovulate even if you don't have your two fallopian tubes? Does it affect egg production? Well, the answer is it does not affect egg production. Even if your two fallopian tubes are not there as a lady, you can still ovulate. Your egg will still be released, but just that fertilization will not occur. Natural fertilization, natural conception cannot occur. But that does not mean that maybe if you change your mind tomorrow, maybe you undergo this procedure, this tubal ligation, and maybe as time goes on, because people may have a change of mind and you wish to have children, you wish to have kids, you wish to get pregnant, the only way to do that is through IVF. That's vitro and fertilization, because there's no connection between the ovaries and the womb, because that tube is cut. So if your two fallopian tubes are removed as a lady, you can still ovulate, you can still produce egg. It does not stop that. In fact, it does not stop your hormone, because some persons have this mindset that once their fallopian tubes are destroyed or whatever, they can't get pregnant. That's a lie. That's a lie. Just that you might need medical assistance to get pregnant. So for people that undergo tubal ligation, maybe you have heard someone that say, I'm going to tie my tube, I don't want kids, I don't want that. You understand? That's what they call it, tubal ligation. So as years goes by, maybe if you have a change of heart, you can go for IVF, yes, because as long as you are still ovulating as a lady, your ovaries are not affected if your tubes are removed. It's not affected at all, because your ovaries is on its own. Its job is to produce egg, because your ovaries produces progesterone, even estrogen. So it does not, this procedure does not affect your ovaries. So you can still get pregnant, maybe if you have a change of heart, but just through medical assistance. So if you're joining my life, you can just ask me any question you want.